And we're live.
Happy Father's Day.
Welcome to
Happy
Lobby
Father's
Time.
Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Everyone joining us.
We want to say Father's Day and a Grandfather's Day and a Great Grandfather's Day to all those spiritual fathers out there. The stepfathers, they're really important. Half fathers.
Father figures.
Father figures.
The whole gamut.
They're all covered.
Happy
yeah.
Father's Day to both of you.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm behind you today a little bit.
I know, you're kind of in the...
It's a little awkward.
That's
It's okay.
I'm leading the charge. I can't see when you're telling me to be quiet. So we'll
tell
carry
me,
on.
did the kids do anything for you guys this morning?
No.
Okay.
I got a text from one of my boys.
That's
Wow.
good.
Thought that was
I
good.
don't even know if my kids are out of bed yet. So,
Yeah.
no. They didn't.
But there's stuff coming.
I'm
we're gonna-
assuming.
Yep.
I'm assuming they're kind of like their mom. They like the sleep in time, and so that's what they're doing. They're enjoying the morning and resting in bed. So, which is fantastic.
They're
There you go.
enjoying the morning on your Father's Day.
Well, you know, that's the
All
way it
right.
goes. It's
Gotta
good
like
times.
that.
It's good times.
Yeah, I
Well,
got a
we're
call.
enjoying the morning here.
We
so
are excited to celebrate Father's Day.
I got a call from my father this morning just before I had a chance to call. See, we have this thing going on where we want to call each other first before the other one does. When we first got married, he'd call us at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
My dad, at 6 o'clock in the morning. Hi, son. Just thought I'd say hi to you this morning.
like the morning after your wedding?
No, well, no, it was like
after you got married.
Oh,
afterward,
okay, got
yeah,
you.
Just to make
that
sure.
year.
Thought.
So then I started calling him at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Dad. Just let you know I'm going to bed now.
Bob.
Yeah, of course.
We got it sorted out real quick.
I bet you did. My kids just sent me a text and said they're awake, so that's all good. Welcome.
All
Glad you're here.
right.
Thanks for tuning in and joining us.
So it's Father's Day today, but we also want to know if there's anybody out there celebrating a birthday or an anniversary today. Let us know in the chats. We want to wish you
A happy birthday.
happy birthday,
Happy anniversary.
happy
Happy
day.
birthday /
yeah,
Father's Day.
all of those things. So let us know.
All those good things as we get into summer. Kids,
Yeah.
you're probably excited for Bunchy. School's done. So, like, it's, hey, kickoff to summer,
Sort of.
kind of, that
Not
you've already
really.
been on for the last 2 months. Welcome to summer. We're excited. It's good times. It's one of the.
Oh,
this
speaking
is
of summer,
I know.
fun.
summer
kids.
fun. Look at Bob
Summer.
making transitions.
Wow.
fun. He's all over it.
That
Kids.
was good.
What do you got for us,
There's
Bob?
still more summer fun kits if you'd like to come and pick some up. And
Tell the fine
How-
folks, what are the summer fun kits, Bob?
well, there's all kinds of stuff inside of there that you can do all kinds of fun summer stuff.
And who are they for?
They are for
Pam will give you a big reward if you get this right.
people, huh?
Pam will give you a big reward.
Well, they're for families, but there's also a contest at the end of the summer.
There is.
And you have a chance to win that contest if you go through and do all the things in the summer fun kit.
So you know Bob and Karen are already like on the task to get it because he saw the prize and he's ready to win it.
I'm
in
ready to win it. Yes,
So-
absolutely.
So, Bob, I'm pretty sure that staff are exempt from winning.
from
I'm
winning that.
sorry to burst your
There's-
summer bubble.
There's probably the rules and regulations in
Just
fine print
fine
underneath
print.
that says staff cannot
Just
win.
saying, you're out. But feel free to go along with the Summer Family
Yeah,
Challenge.
but if somebody else wins, they can give it to me,
They
right?
could do that. They
Or-
could share
yeah.
it with you.
Or you could help them win.
I think
I could
there's
help them
actually
win.
a couple gift cards in there, so maybe they'll take you for
Oh.
Blizzards.
Oh, Dairy Queen gift cards. Of course there is. That's
Yeah.
like Pam got them like on special, right? She definitely got the DQ.
She's
gift
BFFs
cards.
with the manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's in on those things. So, anyhow, families, love for you to be able to participate in that through the summer. Something to do, something to keep you going through the summer as we're continuing to hang out in this wonderful season that we're in. And you can pick those up. Drop by the church, call ahead. They'll make sure they're in the back entrance for you, and you can grab one of those. Talk to Pam. Pam will get you hooked up. Pam and her team, Janelle and Debbie, they'll make sure you get your stuff and do that. So it's a good time.
It is a good time.
Lots of stuff to kind of keep you going. We'd love to see new champions. I know the Travers family's probably on it again. They've already picked their stuff up. They're probably ready to go. So everybody else, grab your kit and jump on it as we
Absolutely.
head into the summer and go into those things. So
Mike,
Yeah.
why don't you say hi to some people online here?
yeah, who do we got?
yes.
We got going online today. We got lots of people already online joining us this morning. Loving that they joined us on the early time, right?
I
they
do,
made
yeah.
they made the move to the early 10 o'clock service time, 9:30 lobby time. So many good people.
They got
So-
their coffee just like
yeah,
we do.
Right, enjoying it. Probably, feet up. So we got Wayne and Paula. We got Ashley. Welcome, Sheila, Chandra. Good to see you. Jim and Colleen. Brian, good to see you here. Oh, Pam's on. That's good to see Pam online. Glad you could join us, Pam. We got Brent B joining us. Don Allen, welcome. John Faber, the whole crew there. Glad you guys could join us. Thanks for being here this morning and joining us.
We got Michael Cowie watching.
Yeah, we
Michael.
do. Hey,
Ellie
Michael
Colligan
Cowie.
watching as well. Hi, Matt Tracy. Hi to Edgar as well on Facebook.
Yeah.
Glad you guys have joined us today.
So many people checking it out early with us on Father's Day. So many good things. So here's what we want. What we're asking for, like we get dad jokes and those are great. Those are fantastic.
And we got more coming in the service later on.
There's some good things. But we're asking if you have something that your dad would always say. Like, is there a line that he would use consistently in any situations that stand out of your mind? If you want to share that in your chat, we'd love to hear those. There's some good dad lines. There's some things that you just know your dad's going to say. The thing my dad would say, and I probably gave him lots of reasons to say this, it would just be a you've got to be kidding me. And yeah, he said that consistently when I would try things, do things. And you know, lots of times he would say those things. So do you have a dad line that your dad would say that just stands out in your mind? This is my dad. Sum them up. Yep, you've got to be kidding me. Dad didn't get mad at a lot of things, but that was his line. You've got to be kidding me. And it was just like the head shake. You've got to be kidding me.
My dad kind of said something along the same. We're going to paraphrase
you can
to yours,
paraphrase,
but yeah, along the same lines.
Yep.
But we'll paraphrase.
That'll be it.
We'll pocket that one. Yeah.
Bob, did your dad
Yeah, I
have to say
remember
anything?
my father oftentimes would say something like, you want to be careful holding that scope so close to your eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, important
we-
lessons like that.
Yeah, hold the gun up. Yeah, don't point it at anybody. Things like that. We actually had a lot of fun.
That is really good dad advice, Bob, and I'm sure that you've passed that down to your kids.
Yes. Actually, growing up, because we did a lot of hunting and trapping and spent a lot of time in the bush, we actually had our first guns before we had our first bicycles. Knew how to shoot before we knew how to ride a bike.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go. Life with Bob.
Life
It would be
Bob.
exciting and interesting.
A
Yeah.
little different for our kids though, because we lived in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah. don't give your kids. Yeah, we got a story, but we're not going to share that one about kids and BB guns. Right, Ryan? We won't share those stories. So
That's for another day.
that's for another day. We'll keep that one of those things. What happens in Fort McMurray stays in Fort McMurray. So here's just a dad joke because you gotta throw this out.
I was gonna say,
And the
I
kids
know
are-
you're dying to
I know,
share some.
and the kids are just done school, and so they, my kids, Ryan turned his math books in yesterday. So why did the math book look so sad?
I don't know.
No idea.
It was full of problems.
Oh, that was a groaner. Yeah.
Yep. So anyhow, we got lots of things going on at the church. Lots
Something
of
else we
things.
got is summer slowdown.
Summer slowdown.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've got, because it is summer, officially summer. And one of the things that's transpired over the last number of months as we've been in this never-ending season of time, we
Yep.
did our 40 Days with Jesus, making space and room in a new season to intentionally just pursue Jesus. And so we've got a follow-up to that, which is our summer slowdown. 10 weeks of material that we want you to engage with, but part of engaging with it is that you engage with one or two other people, maybe your small group, to go through over the summer, over the next 10 weeks. We'll send you emails each day. You get material to read through, things to be asking yourself, sharing with your groups, scriptures to be reading, all sorts of great stuff. And if you'd like to be part of that, you'd like to join in on that, we'd love to have you join us in some of the chat places. There's a link there you could follow. You can check it out on our website or on the StAAC app under the Sunday tab, right? It's under the Sunday tab.
You got it.
And then you can join in for the summer slowdown. We got lots of people joining in and people even this week signing up. So yeah, it's not too late. We'd love for you to jump in and join us and continue on as we go through the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
Fantastic time. I don't know about you guys. Well, I'm looking forward to some time away to kind of relax and rejuvenate, but also just to make some space.
Absolutely.
And this summer slowdown is something that helps facilitate that even today, even
Yep.
while we're still working. On we go.
Yeah.
So
Onwards and upwards.
onwards and upwards. You could always say that. Yep.
One of the things I noticed this last week is as I was driving by, of course, is the fence, the prayer fence.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get quite colorful out there.
Yeah.
Just like that. But driving by, I saw a person in a pickup parked there taking their time, just praying for the
Nice.
church, praying for the needs of the church, praying for the community, praying for the seed project.
Yep.
And just watching them take a ribbon, putting it on the fence.
You want to come check it out. Like, we'd love for you to come and pray
Definitely.
at the church. We've got the fence right as you drive in, head towards Walmart on our little road that goes along, and right beside there's a fence with a bunch of pink ribbons flailing in the wind, and we'd love for you to take some time to stop to pray for what God is doing through St. Albert Alliance Church now, but also what he's going to do in the days ahead. There's lots of questions being asked about what's happening. People driving by, they're noticing something's going on, and they're asking questions, and all over. Community groups, Facebook pages, all sorts of things saying, well, what's happening?
Yeah.
And we're just praying that God would use some of the work of a new building and being planted here in this community to be able just to stir questions, to stir conversations and opportunities just to point people back to what God's doing here and through the church. So we're excited. You'd love to come by, and we were checking it out, even Mel and I, as we drove up today. There's changes since we were here last time. And we got roof on like our kids' wing and all sorts of stuff.
It's so crazy. Like it's changed so much.
Floor torn up and just so many exciting things. So come by, check it out. Take some time to pray for the church. Pray for what God's doing here, what God's doing through the church as we're in the places we live, learn, work, and play. And take some time just to, pray for that, put a ribbon on, and just continue just to build that expectation of what's happening, because it's exciting.
It is exciting. And actually, if you are a part of our StAAC Facebook group, I just posted a photo in there, about 10 minutes ago. I took a picture of the prayer fence as we came in this morning just to see the progress. So check that out and just see the prayers of the people. That's what it is. It's our prayers for our property and for our community. We want to see that filled up over the summer.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not part of the StAAC Facebook group, which is different than the StAAC Facebook page.
It's different.
Yep. So there's a StAAC Facebook group. We'd love for you to be a part of it.
We would love that.
Lots of good things going on there. One thing that we didn't even talk about, that we should talk about, that was mentioned in there is Pastor Dan is starting a book club. And he's threw something out and then, said, hey, I'm going to read this book. Love for anybody to join me in it. And we just said, why don't you start a club? So he's starting a book club. All the details and all the info are there. You can find out more about it. They got a book they're going to read.
I got mine in the mail yesterday, so I'm really excited.
I'm going to butcher the title, but I can't remember what it is.
I will find out. Yeah, just keep talking about it.
So if you're not part of the StAAC Facebook group, join it. We'd love for you to interact there, connect with us there, have some time with us there. It'd be great to see you as part of that and just be part of the conversation with everyone that's around. So check it out. It's a way to be connected, remain connected, and see Mel's fantastic pictures from this morning. So.
Well, it's a picture. So the book that Pastor Dan's book club is currently reading is What If Jesus Was Serious by Sky, I'm going to butcher his last name, Dathani. And it's a visual guide to the teachings of Jesus we love to ignore. So I'm excited. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. And a great thing to do over the summer.
It's a great thing to do.
Anytime it's a good thing to do, but over the summer for sure. Maybe you're kicking back and got some time on vacation and grab a book and away you go. It's a good thing. So, StAAC Facebook group, join us, like it. Come on in and then...
be part of the conversation.
Yeah, be part of the conversation. Join Dan and his book club group and the conversation they're going to have, and there's lots of people excited about it. So it's good times.
Speaking of conversations, what else is going on in our world? There's lots of online groups. Bob, I know that you have a C3 group
we're
coming up.
What we're going to do is, we're going to, for those who enjoy motorcycle riding and have a motorbike and been itching to get out and go riding with some friends, I'm going to be going to Alberta Beach next Sunday at 2:30. We're going to be leaving from the Walmart parking lot, because there shouldn't be any mud there if there's been rain.
You're not meeting here.
But anybody who wants to come along and ride and invite a friend, doesn't have to be a church person at all, just invite people to come and enjoy. We're going to ride down and have coffee at Alberta Beach and then ride back. So it's next Sunday afternoon, just a fun time.
Hopefully you get weather like yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was beautiful.
That
gorgeous.
Was really, really nice.
Summertime. Enjoying it. So, definitely it'd be a great time. Good opportunity to hang out with a bunch of guys. We've got a bunch of gals on the bikes. Go for a tour, invite your friends, like you said. Have them join you and go out for a cruise. And a great way to build connection and relationship. And, it's going to be good times. So, I wish I had a bike, but, probably.
I'm sure Bob could find you one to borrow.
Well, no, I was going to say probably me on the back of Bob's bike is not such a good thing.
You know what?
Yeah, that would be
that'd be an awkward
That'd be a photo shoot, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure I have a photo of you on the back of Bob's bike last Friday night at the end of the scavenger hunt.
I wasn't on the back. I was on
Oh,
the back.
yeah.
Well, you were on the bike.
Yes.
And it's
It is
classic.
awesome.
I will possibly post that later because it's something to be
On a
remembered.
bike with jorts, because jorts are always in season.
No, they're not.
They're always in style.
No.
So,
No, they're not.
I have some, but I want to share. This is when I'm thinking about the church and the building project and looking, people talking about coming back to the church and looking forward to seeing each other at the church. But what the truth is, the church is actually very much alive and
yeah.
well and
Oh, so
doing
good.
really good because the church is the people.
Yep.
And I heard a story this last week I thought was so fantastic. One of the guys from the hub that's has worked through some issues in his own life, and he's worked through alcoholism, and he got invited by some friends and some family members from years and years back to a birthday party for one of the family members. And so he thought, well, I guess I'll go to this party. And of course, he knew there'd be, drugs and drinking, stuff like that happening. But as he went to the party and he engaged with the people at the party, and they were asking him, how come you're not drinking? What's going on? So he actually had a chance to share his testimony and what the Lord has done in his life. And then he got a call a couple days later from one of the guys saying, hey, can we talk?
Oh, wow.
And I just thought that was so cool because being part of the church isn't the building, it's what's
Yeah.
going on in the community.
Yep.
And so anyway, and he said it was just so natural, just a chance to talk. But he was afraid, he was a little worried
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
Absolutely.
But just sharing his story, what God has done in his life with some people, and then he gets a call a couple days
So
later.
good.
So
that would set up well for our sermon next week, Bob, that we're going to be talking about boldness and being able to
Yeah,
share.
both of you guys next week.
um,
That's exciting.
Share about what God's doing. That's the boldness we see. We went through 40 days with Jesus, this idea of moving from to see the outpouring of the Holy Spirit and the boldness of the believers as they went out. But that's
Yeah.
just it. Like just being able to speak to what God's done in our lives as we connect with people around us. And so, we're going to be chatting
Yeah.
about that for next week's sermon. So it's going to be good times. Bob and I are going to be having a bit of a conversation around what does that look like? How do we play that stuff out? And it's going to be fantastic. So that's awesome. And it's so true.
yeah.
The church is, we say it every week as we send one another out, go and be the church in the places we live, learn, work, and play. Church hasn't been closed. We are the people, the church, are still at work, still at play, still living in community and in places. And we get to love people well and share the good news of Jesus in those places.
Exactly.
And continue to point people to the hope that we have in a season of uncertainty and anxiety and stress, that we can be a part of that. So,
And one of the things I'm excited about in that is that, in the wake of all of the things that are going on in the world right now, particularly with George Floyd's murder and all of the unrest attached to that, and just really the fight to end racism all over the world, because it should not be happening. We're introducing a new webpage on our StAAlliance.org page. There's a Justice and Compassion tab. So we're going to continue to populate that with resources. This coming week, there's going to be videos from speakers all across Canada and around the world, just speaking to this about racism, specifically in a church context, and how we can be the church and love people well, and what Jesus is saying about that as well. So I'm excited about these conversations that are going to happen, and you're going to be doing a podcast as well.
yeah,
a
we're
new
going to be doing
podcast.
a series of podcasts over the next number of weeks. And so we're just in the process of lining up some of those people for those podcasts, just talking about race and justice and compassion, and what does that look like, and how do we live that out in this time? How do we continue to be the church? What does that mean for our lives and how we interact with other people and navigate some of that? Really, it's a posture of listening, a posture of learning, a posture of leaning in and just being aware. I mean, even some of the early conversations with people that were going to be on our podcast with us just have been challenging to me in things like language, just how we talk, the things that we'd say, the things that we would point to. And it's been significant. With people of all ethnicities and having those kind of conversations and walking some of that stuff out. So we're over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be recording some of these podcasts. They'll be on our Shop Talk podcast. You can subscribe to that on all the places you get your podcasts, and follow us, and those will be rolling out over the next number of weeks.
Yep, important conversations that we need to have as a church.
Yep.
So we are not immune to this,
And we're going to be in the place of bringing transformation and change to our world. That's part of
Absolutely.
the work of the gospel is bringing change. And bringing the kingdom of God to bear in these places and loving people and standing for justice and compassion in all forms and all facets and being part of that. So,
yeah, and these conversations aren't easy to have. They're not easy to have, and they're tough to hear sometimes, but they're so necessary.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we hope that you'll join us on this journey over the next, however long it takes, really. We're just going to be continuing to populate this page with resources and just continue this conversation about justice and compassion in our world today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the other things that's happening that we started last week that you'll notice that if you're watching live and you're going to join in with our service live, on a typical Sunday morning as we would gather at the building, we would have our prayer team that would be up at the front, offering opportunities for prayer, to be encouraged, to be blessed, just to have people pray with you for any number of things. And we are in a virtual world, and so trying to connect with people online as we navigate our services. And so our prayer team is going to be online following the service as the service ends till about 15-20 minutes after the service, so 10 to 11, so 20 after 11, about quarter after 11.
They'll be on Zoom.
They'll be on Zoom, yeah. So they'll be on Zoom. So we're going to post the Zoom link in our services that you can click on, join to, and you'll get a link to the Zoom room. Our prayer team will be there. They'll be willing to meet with you, and then they'll break off into breakout rooms just to offer words of blessing, words of encouragement, to pray with you about anything you want. And we'd love for you to join that, to make use of that. Last week we had a whole host of our prayer team on there. I think there was like 14 or 15 of them on the Zoom call, excited and eager to pray for people. And they prayed for everybody in general.
It's so good.
Because nobody joined us on the Zoom room. So we hope you'll take advantage of that.
You know what? They want to pray for you, and they truly do. I mean, it's not, if you don't have something that's really pressing on your heart, they just want to offer a word of blessing and encouragement to you, and honestly, that can change someone's week. So we just encourage you to connect with them after the service today. The link will be live, and they'll be waiting for you.
Yep. So one of the joys of tuning in live, you get to be a part of that.
It's true.
Right? It's one of the challenges, and being in with those kind of things. Obviously, I want to make sure, I'm in the good books with Pam and her team on Monday morning when we get back to our LTM meetings. So just a shout out for all the families, all the parents. We'd love for you to check out our StAAC Extreme Kids Facebook page. Get all the resources for today. Some fantastic videos from our kids team, Janelle and Debbie. Always just love their videos, seeing, Janelle's all sorts of places, and Debbie's bouncing around with the energy she's got, and it's awesome to see. So check those out. They got resources for the morning tied to lessons. You'd love to participate with those, have your kids involved with those, and they do a great job with that kind of stuff. So yeah, be sure to check that kind of stuff out. So it's good times.
So Mike, you're preaching today again. We're continuing our Transform series as we just kind of wrap this lobby time up and transition to our service. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect today.
Yeah, so we're in the Transform series, the idea of transforming our hearts, just saying, God, would you give us ears to hear? Last week talked about that idea, tuning in to hear God's voice.
Yeah.
This week we're talking about having eyes to see. God, where are you at work? Jesus talked about it in his ministry. He's like, the only thing I can do is the stuff I see the Father doing.
Yeah.
So God, how do we have eyes to see? What does that look like? How do we practice that? How do we live that? And what does it mean for our lives as we navigate the world, the places where God's planted us?
Yeah.
The places we work, places we live, places we play. How does he give us eyes to see in those moments to be able to join him in the work that he's doing in these places? So,
and you have a guest joining you today as well?
Yeah, we got a fantastic guest. We got Nora Kennedy joining us and showing
awesome.
some of her story, some of her experience. Just what does that look like in her own life as she stepped into lead an organization in the community pregnancy care center in the past, and then what has that meant even today as she lives life? It's not just about a work thing but just as she's a neighbor. How do you have the eyes to see?
Yeah, and one of the things I really do appreciate about Nora is the relationship she does have with her neighbors.
Yes.
And sometimes it's tricky, but quite often we'll get calls and just text to say, hey, can you pray for me, or can you pray about this, or been in her home a couple times and just see the connection she has. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. So one last dad thing before we go.
Of course.
As we turn over to our live stream. So what's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament?
I nothing.
Live stream.
Live stream.
Live stream. Live stream. So, with all of that, just a reminder as we're wrapping things up here, it's so good, right? Refresh your browsers. Send your dad a text.
Blaine,
You silenced
help
us. You
us here, help
silenced
us here.
me. I'm like, I got nothing.
That's the best one. Refresh your browsers. Thanks for joining us. We're so glad you've been here. Be sure to text your dad. Say Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day,
And
everybody.
invite someone to church next week.
Yeah,
Yes.
join us. Or even send him a text and invite him down.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Take care.